What's up? We are here at the 34th Annual Street Festival and Car Show in Hollister, California. So, let's walk around and let's see what the show has to offer. What are you doing here?
We are featuring our sandblast service and our dentist body shop. This is our 34th Annual Street Festival.
Yes, Street Festival and Car Show.
Yes, and I don't think I've been coming 34 times, but I know I came at least 10 times.
Now, I've only seen that on race cars. Where's the race car at?
The race car, he was a little bit too lazy this morning.
Who's too lazy?
My son.
Oh, is that how it is?
Yes,
Okay.
So we did bring out another one.
And the race car's what the shirt is, right? You got the shirt, the race cars on the shirt. So you didn't bring a race car. What did you bring?
We brought over a 52 Chevy pickup that we built for a guy, I would say probably 20 years ago. And John was a real good guy, went to all the races with us, come to all the car shows with us, and unfortunately he passed away to cancer. His son didn't want it, so I made him a deal so we could keep it alive, and John still come to the car shows with us. Check it out. Oh.
Now, why you got the belts in there?
Oh, he wanted the racing look. Those are basically race car belts, and that's what he wanted. And another friend of mine milled the dash out for us. We did the custom dash, and George Atkins out of Gilroy did all the interior on it. We even got John's cowboy hat still on the roof.
Oh, wow.
So that stays with the truck. So we bought it, and then, this is the first time it's been out since, I think, 2 of the festivals. And we don't really drive it, but just have it for John.
And so the body shop does like custom car builds?
All custom car stuff. We can do anything you want. This, like I said, was John's grandfather's truck. So if you could just picture a ranch truck, now picture this now.
And then the sandblasting.
And then we sandblasted this whole vehicle. We sandblasted the frame, all the suspension. It got an independent front suspension. We just put like a little Nova 10 bolt in the back. And just, with these cars, when you build them, they got to start with a good foundation, just like a house. So we sandblast everything right down to bare metal and epoxy primers, bodywork, and then they turn out like.
What's it worth?
On the market, this thing might be worth maybe $45,000, $55,000.
Easy?
Yeah, but this build, I bet you it probably cost them close to maybe $90,000, $95,000 to build this truck.
Wow.
When he built it, but you got to understand, $100 an hour, it starts going away real fast.
And then you're here on the corner lot doing what? Talking about the body shops, the sandblasting?
Well, the whole thing is, just meeting my customers, and I would say maybe 25% of these cars here I've touched somehow or another with the sandblasting, painting, hot rod parts, whatever. This is my hometown, so.
And then the Grimsley guy a little bit, right?
We've known Grimsley over there with his own car show going on over there.
Right.
So I'm lucky enough to go with him to Barrett Jackson and pick cars out for him to buy. So when we take that little stroll down there, you'll see some really, really neat cars.
So, walking around here, I noticed this car. Now, talking to Dave Grimsley, which is the owner of Grimsley Classics, a website where he sells classic vehicles. This car used to be owned by Travis Barker of Blink-182, and he picked it up. I also learned that every car on this street is owned by Dave Grimsley with Grimsley Classics, and they're all for sale. Well, pretty impressive collection there that is for sale on this entire street and at GrimsleyClassics.com. Check them on out, and if you got the money, you can buy you one of them things. Truck, car, the only thing they didn't have is an SUV. Pretty rare there. A Mercury truck. This looks like a little bit of a rare vehicle. I looked at it, it's just like another truck, but I saw Mercury and I'm like, it's not too common.
No, it's not common. In fact, I understand that they're made in Ontario, Canada, and they were sold in Canada. The Fords were sold here in the States, but these were sold in Canada. And I also read that they were also made in San Jose, but they were not sold here, the Mercury. So this is a Mercury M1, which is the equivalent of a Ford F1. This is a 51 chopped Mercury, and it's got a 350 engine, Chevy engine, and a Chevy transmission, and it's lower than
so it's kind of like a mix of everything almost, yes, right? Yeah. So Mercury, obviously, Mercury Ford were almost the same. Yeah,
right. With a Chevy and
with a Chevy engine. So it won an award, I saw.
Yes, 2-3 weeks ago we were at the PAL at Salinas, and I got the best truck. Nice. There were lots of Chevys, pickup trucks, 49, 51, 53, and some other nice trucks, but I got the best truck. So.
Do you think you won it because it's a Mercury?
I think it's because it's rare. Yes. Yeah. This is a 1955 Bel Air, Chevy Bel Air. It's 95% original. It was bought in El Centro for the first buyer, and then the lady moved to Salinas and sold it to someone else. I'm the third buyer. I spent 10 years disassembled with all the entire front end.
Yeah, is that the pictures down there?
Yes. The entire front end taken off, and then the engine was rebuilt and the transmission by the previous buyer, and he sold me the parts in the car. From the time I bought it from him, it was 3 years for restoration, from buying it, disassembled to assembly and painting. And so I've had it for 3 years, and It's 95% original because I put new brakes, new gas tank, everything. Some essential that you can't really do without. The old ones is just wear out. The roof, the paint on the roof is original. The seats are original. I have a spare tire, this original spare tire on the back. And you can check the price tag on the side window. The original price is $28 something in 1955. Some of the options were from $1 to $5.
Wow.
This car has all the options except the radio, and that's why it looks a little bit different.
So you got the Air Force hat on. Are you in Air Force or what's up with that?
I was in the Air Force for 20 years. I was chief of air traffic control. I traveled throughout the states in the world, Spain and Central America. I was in air traffic control and several other jobs. I retired in 92, and then I lived in Hollister for 5 years and San Juan Bautista for 13 years, and I worked in the Salinas Union High School District for 23 years. And so I was a math teacher, vice principal, and now I'm totally retired.
And you're playing with toys.
This is my hobby day in, day out.
So what do you got going on here, man? I keep hearing about this van. What's so special about this? Was it Astro?
It's a Ford Econoline,
Econoline?
E350 Super Duty.
Okay.
It was originally a 15-passenger club wagon.
Okay.
So its use before I bought it was an airporter.
Okay.
So it had 4 rows of seats and dropped people off at the airport and picked them up. And then we got it, my wife and I, Joanne, and our vision was to fix it up on the inside and then travel with it. It's got 265 watt solar panels on the roof.
Oh, wow.
And a 5,000 watt inverter behind the driver's seat. So from right here, everything back from there is being powered by solar right now.
Really?
I also have shore power, which is 30 amp electrical service that you would find at campgrounds that motorhomes plug into.
Okay.
For their electrical needs. So if I'm at a campground, then that becomes my electrical power source. Then in my garage at home, I have the same 30 amp service installed in there. So when I'm parked in my garage and not using this, I plug it in and everything stays fully charged.
Now you were saying that was y'all's vision, so I guess y'all finished it up.
So what happened was, right after we got this and we decided what we wanted to do, Joanne's cancer got real bad and she passed away. She never got to see any of this be done or come to fruition. So after she passed away is when I and 2 of my best friends worked on this to finish it in tribute to and in honor of her. And if you look at the license plate on the back door,
yeah,
it's in tribute to her. Remember Joe. Her name is Joanne, but she went by Joe. Here's Joanne, myself, and our 2 kids. Okay, that picture is from July 17th, 1987.
Wow.
So that's us on our wedding day.
Yeah, and I noticed lights. You also have a roof. I just bumped into the roof.
And
you got lights,
I've
kind
got LED lighting. I take it to more car shows recently than I've been doing camping in, because I like to show it to other people.
Right.
And I like to talk about our love affair and how that transpired after she passed into this tribute vehicle to her. So it's got a refrigerator, a toaster oven and coffee maker, the 2-burner stove, the hand-pounded copper sink,
right,
and all
so you got tiles.
The tile work, they're all hand-painted tiles. They're not like what you would go to Home Depot and pick off the shelf. They're all specifically custom hand-painted.
Nice. Now, do you use the top for storage, or that's your solar?
I've got the 2 solar panels up there, so there's a little bit of room up there. And if I'm camping, I'll get up there with a chair at night and
kind of
have
watch,
a beverage and watch the stars.
Use it like a deck?
Yeah, use it like a deck. It's got a solid wood deck
Okay.
on the top anyway. It's not the metal
Okay.
of the van. So when I'm traveling, since I don't have closet space, I use these two drawers, and they pull out, and they go, 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 and they go.
That's some big drawers.
So they both come out that same amount of distance, so I have room for towels, bedding, and clothing. And I did not stain those because I like the smell of the wood.
Right. Well, wood has a good smell, and it's a contrast to how you have
Exactly.
the color already.
Exactly. The unit that's right up here, this round unit on
Yes.
top, that's a Wi-Fi booster.
Really? So you got Wi-Fi
So I
too.
got Wi-Fi. If I'm within line of sight of it, and it's within a couple miles, then that will pick it up, and I'll have use of Wi-Fi.
Wow. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So that little deck area is where you would sit.
And the roof rail, that black roof rail that goes all the way around,
Yeah.
that's all wood. That's not metal.
Oh, this is wood.
We custom built that.
Wow.
And we sanded it. If you look up top and look at the inside,
Oh, yeah, I see it.
you can see it's got grain in the wood and it's rough. So we sanded all this until our blisters had blisters
Oh, wow.
to get it looking from that to this. And then,
Was that to keep it light?
well, keep it light, and if you have a metal rack, the metal gets hot.
That's true.
So when you're cleaning it and everything, if you're out in the sun, then the metal's too hot
To clean.
to clean. This is just cool to the touch.
Right. It's probably
So-
cooler than the vehicle.
Yeah,
when it's hot.
it is. Once we got that rack in this kind of condition, we sealed it and we high gloss painted it black to match the grille and bumper bar front.
So you have is that technically a deer guard?
Uh,
Have you run into any
I
crazy
have not
animals?
into run any critters or crazy animals yet.
No,
at this
no
point.
bear country yet for you? or-
Not yet. And now that I've spent the amount of money that I have on the body and paint that just got done last year, I'm babying it. I'm not
Okay.
going to take it off road or anything like that because I have too much invested in it to take it and get it destroyed.
So where would you take it now?
I
Just-
take it to on highways and going to campgrounds and places that are close to the road, but none of the four-wheel drive kind of like
Right.
off-road kind
Hard
of,
terrain.
right. Just
Okay.
I baby it.
Okay. Well, it is kind of your baby.
It
It's your
is my
baby.
baby.
Your tribute
It's my
vehicle.
tribute
It's everything.
vehicle to Joanne and my baby. So I get a lot of positive feedback talking to people about it. They really enjoy it, and it's therapeutic for me because I'm talking about our love story and how it's transformed from when we were here together to now what it is.
Well, in a way, it's kind of like y'all still being together because it's a promise that you, or
Yeah.
a thought y'all created, not just you.
And then I did this in tribute to Joanne after she passed. This is made out of glass, and it's the ocean, and we loved the ocean very much. So you can see at the very top, there are clouds in the sky.
Right.
Then you can see the waves of the ocean, and then the turquoise is the actual water. The gold represents sunlight glistening on the water, and then the white is the sand, and the sand are actually Joanne's ashes
Oh, wow. Actually, in that.
in that, and it's the same on both sides.
Wow.
So yeah, those are her ashes. So when I go to sleep at night, this is on my nightstand, and during the day, she's with me 24/7. It's got a hole through this,
The stud of the.
yeah, so I can put it on a chain and hang it from my rear view mirror. So when I'm driving, she's there with me, and she's rocking out with me,
Right, getting down the road.
and we're running down the road.
And that is just a few of the cars here at this 34th Annual Street Festival and Car Show. I mean, 250 plus cars this year. It's only gotten bigger since the last time they held it, which was in 2019. because 2020 obviously COVID canceled it. Like everybody has came back in full, support with vehicles and in attendance. Lots of things going on here. And hey, next time it happens here in Hollister, California, you should probably schedule to attend. Until next time, maybe at a racetrack or maybe at a car show. That's the Chaz, and I'm out.
Wings like a bird, man.